Who are you? You don't know? You've forgotten? You are not sure who you're supposed to be? A solid building comes with a solid foundation. To build a solid arsenal, we need a really firm foundation. Before looking for what works for you need to be very clear on who you are, not what your culture said or says you are, what your religion said you are, or what your family said you are. A lot of women are carrying identities placed on them and calling it theirs. You're putting yourself in a box in a world that is this big to be everything and anything if you so choose. Ideologies, labels that are meant to be tools to your growth, you made those your identity and consequently making your world so narrow. Now you're choked and wondering, is this all there is to life? Some of you are even hoping that you would be rewarded for it. I say this with all the love in my heart. You will die in vain. Who are you? You don't know? You've forgotten? You're not sure who you're supposed to be? And we're supposed to be building an arsenal. Nah, let's fix the foundation first. To do that, we will be setting on a 15 episode long journey through a book. Let me introduce you to a woman and the gold mine she created. This woman who thought she could heal a troubled person with stories. Wild, right? She believed so much that story is the key to unlocking the forgotten aspects of ourselves that she wrote a book about it. The name of this woman is Clarissa Pinkola Estes. I do hope I am pronouncing it the right way. Before I tell you about this book that she wrote, let me tell you a little bit more about her. Clarissa is a Jungian psychoanalyst, a poet, and cantadora, which means keeper of old stories. With a PhD in ethnoclinical psychology, she has spent her life studying the power of storytelling as a tool for healing. She has built a wide influence through books, lectures, and recorded storytelling. She has written books like The Faithful Gardener, The Gift of Story, How to Be an Elder, and the New York Times bestseller, Women Who Run with the Wolves. And this is the book I am going to be talking about today. If you're wondering why we are talking about books or this particular book, I suggest that you go to the previous video before this and just watch that so you would understand where we are at right now. Now let's talk about this book. This book came out in 1992 and it blew up, and rightfully so, to be honest. It stayed on the New York Times bestseller for almost 3 years. And it has been translated into several languages. It mixes psychology and storytelling. Clarissa believes that modern life often push women to ignore their instincts, creativity, and inner fire. And she wrote this book to help women reclaim that energy. By retelling myths and stories from different cultures, she shows us how to reconnect with what she calls the wild woman archetype. Now, you might be wondering why should I read the book? I'm not sure what I can possibly gain from the book. I'll tell you real quick. This book is for you if you're a woman, especially if you're not yet 25. I cannot begin to count how many creators that I have seen talk about how this book changed their life and they wish they had read this book before they were 25. And honestly, when I read through it, they were not lying. This book is also for you if you feel disconnected from yourself or from the world. This book is for you if you're stuck in toxic patterns or toxic relationship. This book is for you if you're healing from heartbreak. If you just chop breakfast or if you don't chop that breakfast for a while, but it seems like the breakfast is not digesting, this book is for you. This book is for you if you're learning to trust yourself again. This book is for you if you're trying and perhaps failing to find the love of your life. There's a chapter in this book that did a lot for me, that put a lot of things into perspective for me as regards relationship and how to identify the right man for me or the right love for me. This book is for you if you're divorced and if you're divorced and looking to do it again, but this time with the right person. This book is for you if you feel like you don't belong or you're the odd one out of your family or you're looking for your community, your people, this book is for you. And if you've been aiming at doing more deep reading, this is your chance. In fact, I challenge you to bring out points that I've missed or misinterpreted in the book as we go on. For you to do that, and this goes for everyone, I highly recommend that you get your hands on this book so you follow me as we go. This book is dense. I will try to touch as many things as possible. But the thing about this book is it is new every morning. Every stage of your life, there's always something in it that speaks to you, which is why it's important for you to have this book. There might be some things that I am touching or that I am not looking at it from a particular perspective that you might see, but you can only see that if you have that book. So I recommend that you get the book. If for whatever reason you cannot get your hands on the book, don't worry. We will try as much as possible to break it down. Even if now one or two you will take home. That I can assure you. So inherently, whatever stage you are as a woman, this book is for you. This is season 1 of Building an Arsenal, and we will be going through this book chapter by chapter. We'll be unpacking who exactly this wild woman is. We'll be unpacking how to reconnect with her and other goodies. Like I said, there is how to find love, how to find community. This book is packed. There is something for every woman, whatever stage you are. We'll be calling this season 1 Awakening, the Path to the Wild Woman. That is what we'll be telling this season 1. So when next you see me put Awakening the Path to the Wild Woman, you know we are dealing with the season 1 of Building an Arsenal. Next up, we'll dive into the first episode, which contains the author's introduction and where we would also meet the wild woman. So stick around. It's going to be a journey. As always, like, subscribe, share if you know anybody that would need this, and put on your notifications so you can be notified once the first episode drops. Ciao.